Here's what's coming up next on the Disney Channel.
Thanks! But first...
The Disney Channel proudly presents an American epic.
South Carolina has seceded. The rest of the Deep South is set to follow soon.
This is our land. We aim to defend it.
We could have a son killed. We could have sons killed.
The story of a nation torn by war and a people divided by honor.
You turn your back on this house, this land. You don't belong here.
The unforgettable saga of our country's greatest conflict, the blue and the gray.
Ideas for the present, dreams for the future. Your imagination holds the key. Walt Disney once said the era we live in is a dream come true. But there are still plenty of avenues to explore. The Disney Channel invites you to join us now and imagine.
Push, push, rush, rush, drive, drive, go. Push, push, rush, rush, drive, drive, go. Start your day with mounting tension. Watch the clock with apprehension. Off your seat, on your feet. Have to hurry up and meet stresses and strains.
Well, we all have places to go, things to do, people to see, but sometimes things go wrong, not just as you planned, and you find yourself not getting anywhere fast.
Most of us know the feeling. There just aren't enough hours in the day to get it all done. Or how about that other familiar sensation? What we are getting done just isn't quite right. When feelings like these build up, they begin to show in our bodies. We breathe faster, get hot under the collar and red in the face. Our hands turn cold. Eventually, our emotional feelings can turn into physical aches and pains. For Barbara DeMarco, that meant chronic headaches.
Nothing unusual was happening. I was working a full-time job, going to school, staying there all night, coming home late, going to bed late, getting up early, trying to get work done for school, then coming here. I started getting headaches. The pressure of school, work, home life, trying to have some fun, just became too much.
As much as 80% of headaches in this country are muscle contraction headaches, the tension headache that people talk about.
The headaches began to make Barbara's life miserable. Then therapist Michael Donner began to teach her to ease the tension locked in her head with the help of an amazing technique called biofeedback.
Most people, when they talk about stressful experiences, don't realize that their heart rate has increased, that their blood pressure has gone up. Biofeedback is a learning procedure where sophisticated electronic instruments aid a person in learning to control the various aspects of the autonomic nervous system that were previously thought to be uncontrollable.
Electrodes sense muscle activity and register it on this meter. A high tone tells Barbara her muscles are tight. If she relaxes them, the tone comes down. Barbara uses these tones to lead her toward greater muscle relaxation.
Pay attention to the muscles in your face and jaw. Really let those go.
As I began to use the instruments, I started getting in touch with those muscles, muscles that were very tight, that I had no idea about, so that then I could learn to unlock the muscles, let them go, therefore let the headache go too.
There's a part of the brain called the reticular activating system, and it is a very primitive part of the brain. It focuses and monitors everything that goes around, that goes on in the environment. So when something occurs that the reticular activating system needs to respond to, the changes that occur inside the body happen automatically. In the primitive man living out in the forest, when you get attacked by a saber-toothed tiger, you need to either run away or fight. So your heart rate increases so that you get more blood and oxygen to the muscles. Your blood pressure increases to pump blood faster with more pressure through the body. The stomach stops digesting food. All of these changes occur to assist you in reacting to that situation in the environment. In modern man, our stressors are not a saber-toothed tiger that we can run away from, but it's the traffic jam, it's the boss yelling at us, it's being late for work, and all of these little stressors build up and build up. We can't run away or fight everything that we respond to, so we're stuck with just responding.
And when we don't use all that extra sugar, adrenaline, and blood flow, they can harm us as much as they once helped us, causing such medical problems as high blood pressure, ulcers, or as Barbara experienced, headaches. While Barbara uses biofeedback to relax, others are learning how to channel their energy and make it work for them. The roar of the crowd, the pressure to perform, the desire to win. It's enough to give anyone the jitters. But for an athlete, those are the rules of the game. And the challenge is to turn a stressful situation into a winning one.
One of the things an athlete has to do is to find the right level and kind of relaxation for what they want to do, or the right level of tension. Because if you're too loose, it doesn't work very well.
Psychologist Dr. Betty Wenz helps athletes maintain a cool head under pressure while taking more control over their body's movements by using biofeedback.
Watch that feedback down to 4. Oh, yes. And look at that knee smooth out, will you?
Biofeedback is helping this young swimmer isolate the muscles in her leg in much the same way Barbara learned to unravel the knots in her head. Synchronized swimming is a special challenge, requiring the skill of a gymnast, the precision of an ice skater, and the form of a dancer. Slight changes in muscle tension and timing can make the difference between synchronized moves and sloppy swimming. But correct form is only one challenge. Sometimes competition itself can trip up even the most competent athlete.
If they're under a great deal of stress and are very concerned about how they're doing, the very common physical responses are sweating of the palms, elevated heart rate, poor breathing patterns, cold hands, muscle tension in the neck and shoulders and jaw. And so what we do then is provide athletes with that feedback, and then they can change whatever direction they want to go to.
National swimming champion Mary Wisniewski has learned to do something else most of us wouldn't even try. She can raise or lower the temperature in her fingers just by thinking about it. This biofeedback device uses small thermometers attached to the fingertips. When Mary is tense, the blood vessels in her hands constrict, causing her hands to turn cold. By relaxing, she reduces this constriction, increases the blood flow, and raises the temperature.
Very nice, very nice.
I can feel how I progressed through the stages of biofeedback, regaining control of myself. This past nationals, I just really felt like I was in complete control of my body. I knew exactly what I was doing. You know, when my leg went up there, I knew exactly what position it was. I knew I was straight. I knew I was smooth. I knew I was strong. I knew I was doing it well.
See if you can get your scores by looking at each other and trying to keep yourself calm while psyching the other person out, okay?
These young teens are learning to keep their cool under pressure. By turning biofeedback into a game, even relaxation can become competitive.
One for Heather. Good, you're making
the red dot marches to the side of the player who's more relaxed, and that player scores. If the players get too relaxed, Betty can switch the rules and award points for bringing the energy level back up.
Hey, how about that? All right, let's, for the fun of it now, switch it around and make it a tense game, okay?
Don't let these giggles give you the wrong impression. These are the Aquamaids, and they've learned to fine-tune their bodily responses enough to make them international champions in their age group.
Competitive tension is really kind of going after somebody and you undo yourself. Competitive relaxation is being in charge of yourself so that you are relaxed enough in the right ways to do the job and tense in the right ways to do the job and getting everything to work just right together. That's what peak performance is really all about.
The goal of biofeedback is to apply relaxation techniques to everyday life. Keeping that little caveman inside of us happy can help in athletic competition, taking a test, or just trying to do a good job.
Cut. Dave, we gotta do it again. Take 9.
This December, the Disney Channel brings you a very special Christmas gift.
One more person says anything about Christmas to me, I'm going to throw something at him.
It's the world television premiere of a timeless motion picture that captures the holiday spirit.
Do you believe in magic, Abby?
I'm an angel. Every Christmas, I have to help one person that's feeling down to get into the Christmas spirit.
Could it be my mom? Does Mr. Santa Claus live here?
Academy Award winner Mary Steenburgen, Harry Dean Stanton, and you know...
Santa Claus? Santa Claus.
Share the joy of one magic Christmas.
Merry Christmas.